You run a Game Changer?
I heard you didn't get a sports car, so all the cameras is your midlife crisis.
Exactly. Found it much cheaper and much less disruptive. So, yes, that is.
Your wife still likes you.
My wife still loves me, although I made a flippant comment about a blonde, and that did not go over well. So, I got to be smarter.
Yeah, especially since you're being recorded.
Exactly, hot mic on YouTube for eternity. So. Well, have a good game out there. You guys need anything? You got water, Gatorade? Okay. Thanks for being here, by the way.
Donut for your coffee?
I will absolutely have a donut for my coffee, but hold me accountable that I go for a run when I get home. How's that? I'm trying to be healthy now. I went to the doctor. He said you're not healthy. Yeah, he said you're not healthy. So,
Cholesterol?
yeah, cholesterol, blood pressure, general weight.
Yeah. So I shouldn't leave these here with you then?
No, you should not, because I'll eat them all. I have no.
Hey, maple and bacon.
Wow.
Yeah. I had to try it.
Salt and sugar. You're gonna love it. Let's go, Teddy. Them hips don't lie, son. Come on, waka waka. Here we go. Hey, good morning, Jackrabbits fan. First pitch to Teddy. Comes in 65, but high for ball one. We are playing the West Texas Sevens. We saw them down in Amarillo, so it is a bit of a rematch. We played them once. We were victorious 6-2. Braden pitched a wonderful game in that game. Teddy's going to take that pitch high, ball two. Teddy did get a triple. My son here up to bat with the 2-0 count, sitting fastball. One of his, I think, 3 triples on the season. And he sits next pitch. That one's going to be away, 64, but in the dirt. Making sure to send everybody the appropriate link here. We have a 3-0 count to Teddy. He waits for the next pitch. He's going to take that one high at the chin. Ball 4. So 4 pitches, and Teddy will get down to first. And we got Mason stepping in now. Teddy with a nice big lead over at first. And Mason's showing bunt. He's going to pull that back. The ball's high. Teddy will skedaddle into second. He was going on the pitch. But with the ball popping out of the catcher's glove, no throw down. And now Teddy's in scoring position for Mason. The pitcher here leaving a lot of pitches up. Generally a sign that he's not reaching for the grass, and his shoelaces on the follow through. Let's see the next pitch is. Oh, nope. He turned around, shows Teddy some respect. Makes a motion out there. Big hole on the right side. The second baseman holding Teddy on. Mason, though, more of a pull hitter. So let's see what he does here. Now they're both popcorning over. And Mason swings the pitch at his chin. For strike one. This is going to be tough for our boys, I think. These fastballs at the eyes just look very hittable. Instead, they're just they're tough to hit because you can't really get over them. All you can do is kind of get underneath them. So you end up popping them up or hitting little lazy ground balls to the infield. And the next pitch is going to be high, right back at yours truly. That ball comes back to the to the catcher. Throw in Teddy in safely at third, who had a good break on that. Good job by Teddy. Now he's got he's got a stolen base and advancing on the wild pitch. So he's only 90 feet away, and Mason's sitting on a 3-1 count, 2-1, 3-1. Thanks, Blue. Number 6 on the mound comes set, and the pitch. Mason misses his chance, but he was popping underneath it. I don't know, trying to swing for a home run or something here. I'm not sure. But all kinds of mechanical collapse there. It's 335 down the line, 400 to dead center. Right now, all we need is a ball to get past the pitcher to score Teddy. And Mason will take ball 4. So number 6 still leaving his pitches high. And he's put 2 Jackrabbits on with free passes. So we have Mason at first, Teddy at third, and in steps Aaron. So we'll see if Mason's going here. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe he goes on the second pitch, not the first. Plenty warm here at the ballpark today. Mason's off on the throw. That ball scoops away from the catcher. Mason will take second, no problem, but Teddy will stay at third. Yeah, it's 64 here. Out here in the foothills, you can see the foothills there in the background of our shot. We're actually at about 5,700 feet altitude, so 10% higher than our beautiful state capital. So balls are going to fly harder, and pitches are not going to break as much. That could be problematic for Teddy when he gets on the mound. Relies a lot on movement. And here at 5,800 feet in altitude, there's not going to be a lot of movement. Or you're really going to have to snap it off and spin it to make it happen. And the next pitch, the ball is high. So 6 here, coming on 13 pitches. Only a couple have been strikes. Jackrabbits need to be patient. And 3-0 pitch. It's going to be high and inside to Aaron. That's ball 4. Yeah, Aaron has lost track. That confirms with the catcher. So we're going to get a timeout. After putting all 3 batters on with base on balls. Good move by the coach here to come out and settle number 6 down. Maybe work through some mechanics. Could also be using a teachable moment. What do you do here, bases loaded, no outs, with the cleanup hitter on, right? So Gianni loves fastballs. He'll be looking fastball here, see if he can put some good aluminum on it. We actually have a timeout on the field. There's a ball from the other game just came onto our field. So conveniently timed timeout by the Sevens manager. For those of you that might be coming out later, we do have a game at 2 for this 10 o'clock game, which started a little early, and the 2 o'clock game. There are bathroom facilities, but no concessions. So bring your own food and drink. But they do, like I said, they do have permanent bathroom facilities. Antonio, Gianni's biggest fan, leading the chant here. Bases loaded. Gianni steps in with a fresh count. First pitch, beautiful on the outside corner, strike 1. Had a little bit of glove side run on that. So good job by the manager to calm 6 down. Next pitch. That one in the dirt, goes all the way to the back, bounces back. So there's a hard Wow, all the way up the first base line. Had Teddy come in, had he known, I think he would have made that. But we've got probably, what are those, 2x8s? So 4 foot of hard wood as our backstop. And so not much of backstop either, so the ball's going to bounce around a little bit there, I think. And we got a 1-1 count. Gianni back in the box, and the pitch. That ball's high. Ball 2, excuse me. I'm going to kind of put the plate more in the center of the screen here. There we go. Again, a huge shout out to Garrett, who's doing the scoreboard, part of the broadcast team. I'm Mike on the mic. And that ball's popped to the right side. I'm not sure if it's going to be fair or foul. It is foul by about 3 feet. That one had everybody frozen. So now we go 2-2. And Eric, being a third and final crucial member of the Jackrabbits broadcasting, he helps with all the hardware, sets everything up, and takes it all down. So when you see Garrett and Eric, please give them your thanks as part of the broadcasting team. With a 2-2 count now, bases juiced, nobody down. We got a sacks full of jacks. Pitch forthcoming, and Gianni gets underneath it and fouls it. That was like a rocket over the top of Teddy's head. So we go 2-2 now. Be great if your Jackrabbits could put some runs on the board to give themselves some cushion here in the first before they even take the field. Mason with a huge lead, could get doubled off. He's not careful. That ball comes right back to the catcher. We go full count. So weirdly, Mason has such a huge lead that he needs to actually break back towards second as soon as the ball is hit versus coming towards third. Let's see if he knows that. Unless it's on the ground, then he's got to run hard. But if it's in the air, that ball is in the dirt and walks Gianni, and everybody's going to take the base. So the Jackrabbits so far have 1 run on no hits. All 4 base runners base on balls. And Brian will step in. In the on-deck circle is Jabrell. Sorry, I've been giving you that heads up. And the pitch is in the dirt and away. Mason very aggressive, but he's not coming. I don't think anybody's going to try to make it today unless they're moving on the pitch. So Teddy crossed the plate to score the first run for the Jackrabbits. He's going to put his hat and glove on, get ready to take the mound in the bottom of the first here, but there's still plenty of the top of the first to play. Brian awaits the next pitch. And he haphazard swings at that. Haphazard swing at that.
See it long, Brian. See it long. Off his hand into the tee.
And Brian waits for the next pitch here. And that ball hits the backstop and comes right back to the plate. Had Mason come, he'd have been out by 35 feet. So Coach Hunter telling him to stop there. Catcher having quite the up and down morning so far. Now big hole on the left side. That ball gets away. That actually is going to go all the way to the dirt, to the backstop. And Mason's in. And one catcher handing the mask off to another. Everybody moves up. We get Gianni over to second and Aaron over at third. So nobody at first. So now the force is gone. So Brian, again, all he's got to do is get the ball past the pitcher, and which should play us another run. With a 3-1 count, he can sit on the perfect pitch here and let everything else go.
Go pitch, you got it, bud.
Brian drops his hands and kind of waits a second or two and only gets underneath that and takes the count full. He's got to attack. He's got to attack the ball there. He can't drop his hands. Brian, who will be a freshman in the fall, almost certain to make his freshman baseball team. He's going to take that one high and away on the back of his defensive ability. So the walk, the base was empty, so nobody moves up. But we do go back to sacks full of jacks. And big hitting Jabrell steps in with nobody down. 2 across. And Adrian in the on-deck circle. Jabrell now. Is it those new cleats? Looks like he might got new cleats here. And he swings the pitch at his chin inside. He is itching to put the barrel on the ball there. Jabrell not one to be hunting walks, but instead wants to earn his way on the base. Comes out swinging, and he's got a 1-strike count. He will take that 64-mile-an-hour pitch outside. I've now finished my coffee. Shout out to my wife who made sure I left with it this morning. So I'm fully caffeinated, I'm mic'd up, and we are in the top of the first with a 2-0 lead. Oh, Jabrell misses the pitch that he probably was dreaming about last night. That was 62 middle. He swung right over the top of it. So 1 ball, 2 strikes now. And the pitch. He fouls that one straight back. We are down a couple of kids today, so we're actually going to get a chance to see a couple of the 13U Jackrabbits joining us. They got promoted, as one does, kind of like in the majors. You move up them, to the big leagues. Those boys we're going to see them later. And Jabrell's going to see that one inside for ball 2. Not sure if defensively they'll be out in the field, but certainly making sure we had enough to play. There was originally a concern we only had 8. End up having 10 of your regular Jackrabbits. So we've got more than enough guys to play. That ball goes off the actual plate and bounces the backstop. Aaron had no jump on it whatsoever. So we take the count full. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, a big payoff pitch coming for number 6 here. No place to put Jabrell. Runners will be getting a lead, but they won't be running on the pitch. There's nobody out, so they got to be smart. And the pitch, and Jabrell fouls that off his hands to live to see another day. That one was close. Don't know if that's going to be a ball or a strike, so that was a strong swing from Jabrell there just to stay alive. And he swings the pitch at his eyes. 56-2. Number 6 took a little off that in the first out of the inning. Jackrabbits send Jabrell back to the back to the dugout, and Adrian will step in. Connor in the on-deck circle. Adrian with the high fire in hand. Adjusts his glasses, gets the sign, which is just swing away. We're not doing anything here. Gets his hands ready, and the first pitch. Going to be low. Number 6 has been missing mostly high today, so his coach probably got to be happy seeing that ball come in lower. Obviously it was out of the strike zone, but an improvement on location. Leaving the ball up is trouble usually. And the next pitch. There's a little curve. Takes it outside. Ball 1.
Go pitch, you got it, bud.
We got a partly cloudy day here. So you'll see the cameras trying to adjust in and out with their darkness and lightness. They're on autofocus. I don't mess with them, so hopefully it works. And the next pitch. And they call that a ball. So it looks like the catcher maybe tried to appeal. Yeah, so confirms that that is ball 3. Adrian will be holding here, not swinging. And there was a strike. Adrian tried to duck underneath it. That's not how it works. It's your strike zone, whether you're moving or not. That one was at the chest, nicely located by number 6 for strike 1. 3 balls, 1 strike now. Sacks full of jacks and 1 down. Adrian can sit on a perfect pitch here and do something with it. Let's see if he gets it. And he's going to take that one high. Ball 4, another base on balls. So far, a lot of gifts for number 6, who's allowed the Jackrabbits to just plate their 3rd run there. It does look as though this will be the 2nd visit by the manager of the inning. Therefore, number 6's day is over. And I don't see anybody in the dugout joining him. Oh, no, now I do. Looks like, oh, it's out of my shot there, but looks like number 5 will take the mound. He'll get some warm-up pitches, and Connor will have to go back to the on-deck circle and time him up there. So a long conference happening on the mound. It should result in number 5 taking over. Looks like maybe coach is going through some defensive alignments there. All right, and 6 is going to warm up. Sorry, number 5 is going to warm up. So 5 will be pitching to 4. And he's going to throw a little bit slower than his teammates, so the Jackrabbits need to adjust. Number 5 is going to inherit the heck of a situation. Only 1 down, bases loaded. So his job is just to throw strikes here, try to limit the damage at this point. Can't expect too much of anybody coming in this situation and be perfect. So with that, I will take a pause as I'm going to go check on a thing or two, and I'll be right back when Connor steps back in the box. Behind him, by the way, is Mason A. And a swing and a miss for the first strike from Connor. And a swing and a miss at a 48. He swung way underneath that one. Sorry, I was going to check on the names of the new 13U kids, and I didn't even get that done. So 2 strikes now to Connor. He'll take that one inside. Ball 1. So Connor of C-ball hitball fame does not do well against slow pitching, honestly. So let's see. Yeah, they always struggle. And Connor strikes out. He runs back to the dugout. Technically, the catcher with that dropped 3rd strike needed to step on the plate to confirm the strikeout. But because Connor gave himself up, he was ruled out. Basically, got out of the base paths. So Mason A will step in now. Shout out to Mike if you're tuned in from afar. Mason swinging the, what's he got? Looks like the hype fire. And the pitcher steps off. Mason steps out. Now bases loaded. Gianni over at 3rd. Brian, the huge stop. That ball has popped up just behind second base. It could be trouble. It is going to be trouble. Mason with a 1-run single. It's going to be a 2-run single. Good job by Mason. Adrian over at 3rd, and on that overthrow, actually, Mason with a heads-up base running goes out to 2nd. And we get a timeout on the field so Mason can take his protection off. So nice little pop-up to no man's land to score 2. That was kind of the key swing there. We really haven't had a chance to do a lot of swinging. And we'll take that with a 5-0 lead, right? Yeah, there we go. And 2 down. In steps number 55. He's a 13U kid. And a foul ball right down to Coach. Coach stops it. Sounds like this is Brody. So Brody with a 1-strike count now. He's got the Hype Fire Arctic edition. Oh, and he gets underneath that one. And that's going to be a 2-run single for Brody. And Brody's going to have, no, they don't throw to second in time. Brody with a 2-run double. Welcome to 14U, young man. You are welcome to be here anytime. We will take it. So another Tuchel crew runs. That will end the day. Timeout. We got a ball on the field. That will close the book on number 6. All those runs will be earned. So 6 runs will go on number 6's ERA, and the 7th run here does belong to number 5 with back-to-back hits from your Jackrabbits. 24 will step in. And Ty steps in, also number 13U. Now that Brody's given him big shoes to fill, let's see if he can do it. And we're going to get a run back there. So pitcher not loving that lead off, but his middle infielder's not covering, so he's just going to do it himself. I like the leadership. Ty ready now with the Marucci in hand, and he's going to take a strike at the letters. Currently nobody in the on-deck circle. So that would be Teddy would be next. There's a strike right down. Colfax. Use the Marucci. It's expensive. He's choked up now. And he takes it inside. Ball 1. And Ty's got a 1-2 count now. And a little shot right. Eats up the second baseman. And there will be a play at the plate. And in, that ball gets thrown away. Brody's going to score. Ty's going to hold up at second. So the 13U's pulling more than their weight in this game. Because honestly, they're smaller. They're still middle schoolers. But they are driving in runs. Part of the Jackrabbits family, we ask you to step up, and you do. We have now batted around. My son will step in. All right. We got Ty's grandpa behind us. He would be beaming like the sun with pride right now with that hit. And let's see if I can match him in my pride when Teddy gets a hold of a fastball here. 8-0 lead for your Jackrabbits. He's going to take the first pitch high and inside. Ball 1. Jackrabbits having a hard time remembering who's in the on-deck circle. That ball's low and away, ball 2. So Teddy has seen 6 pitches today, all of them out of the strike zone. Yes. And next pitch. Teddy takes one right down Colfax. Coach goes, oh, Teddy. How could you let that go? And Teddy gives him a little head nod shake. In his defense, it's the first strike he's seen all day. And we get a balk, and the runner will take third. Number 5 didn't come set, so that pitch does not count. And Teddy now with the chance to drive in a run even easier. There are 2 down, so Teddy's got to reach first safely. And he's sitting on a 3-1 count. Should be a 2-1 count, I think. And he'll take that ball high and inside. So now we go 3-1. 3-1 now. And Teddy's next pitch is in the dirt. So Teddy takes 2 walks in this inning. We'll get him down to first on that base on balls. And we still got a runner over at third. So runners on the corners. Mason stepping in. Mason drew a walk last time as well. Unclear if we're going to run. We have an 8-run lead, so we're not free and clear by any means. Oh, Teddy's off. And there's a beautiful strike right down on the outside corner. So Teddy will take second. And now we've got 2 runners in scoring position. Usually coach keeps the pressure on until we have a double-digit lead. That's what we saw here. And Mason fouls that one away. Gonna go back towards the bathroom facilities, and hopefully one of the Jackrabbits siblings will go grab that. So no balls and 2 strikes now. That ball's in the dirt. Mason's got the mint green, almost spearmint green. I think that's the icon, if I remember correctly, in hand. And he swings and misses at strike 3. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. Your Jackrabbits do plate 8, so a good top of the first. They'll need to take the field and play some defense. Teddy will have to throw some strikes. And we'll see what we can do here as we go to the bottom of the first. This game, about 30 minutes old. Jackrabbits with a nice lead, but certainly nothing at this age is certain. Let's see what they do. They're having a little powwow outside of, can't get you on the first base camera, but they're all together on the first base side here. I'm not sure what's up. So Mason has traditionally been our catcher. I don't see him in the gear. So who's going to be, Mason A is behind the plate. You like to see that. So Mason, I believe his first appearance behind the plate since the broken hand. So absolutely showing courage and conviction here to take his rightful place behind the plate. He is the best catcher we have. So I like to see him as the battery partner with Teddy. I'll go through the lineup or the defensive alignment in just a second. My pocket radar here stopped working unless Teddy is throwing 38 miles an hour, which I don't think he's doing. Oh, that one's 27. Man, is my radar broken? Man, that would make me sad. It is absolutely a case of you get what you pay for. I bought the cheap version, and that's what I got. All right, let's go through our defensive alignment. We've got Teddy throwing to Mason A, a battery that I just love to see. On first, we've got Jabrell holding down his position so well. Brian, the Dyson, over at second. We've got Adrian at short, and we've got Gianni at the hot corner. In left, we've got Aaron. In center, we've got Mason, and in right, we've got Connor. So we are going all of our 14U starters in the field. But again, those 13U boys responsible for driving in half of the runs we have plated so far today. So we have a little meeting of the mound with Gianni and Jabrell. They wish Teddy the best. Kind of a synthetic mound, not kind of, it is a synthetic mound today with a couple different pieces of turf there. Teddy with a long stride. We'll have to make sure that he lands in a good spot. And Teddy comes set for the first pitch at the bottom of the first. His first pitch way too high. And the 1-0 pitch is fouled off the right side. Ball, or strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike now. And the next pitch is a little shot, funny jump off Adrian. It's going to actually go into center field, and they'll bring the ball back in. So leadoff single. No first base coach for the Sevens. That's interesting choice down there. So we have 60 and high.
Make sure you sit back. Don't go get it, right? That's what's going to get you. Stay back. Let it come to you. You're good there. Let it come. Hey, let's go, Malachi. Let's go now.
The runner over first now with the oven mitt on and a small lead. And a little shot to the back to short. They got him at second and no throw at first. So the force at second will take the lead run out of the equation, and we got one down with a man over at first. So Teddy's throwing a lot of pitches on the outside corner, and they're going to go to short. So Adrian's got to be ready all day. Remember, Teddy through the years, 5'3" was his favorite number. We may see more of that today. So in steps number 4 for Teddy's first pitch to him. Inside. Ball 1. And throw down. Will not get him. He's in there safely at the head first slide. Chest to glove. Chest to glove. Now runner out there in scoring position for the Sevens. Teddy with a 2-0 count and leaving everything high again. And there's a shot down the left field line, but foul. Teddy throwing only in the low 60s right now. His form does not seem to be where it needs to be, leaving a lot of pitches high. Throw back, that ball goes in the outfield. And they're going to give him third easily, and they might have a play. They had a shot there. I thought it was going to be an easy one. So good heads-up aggressive base running by the runner, and now your Jackrabbits have one down, and they're staring at a runner at third. And Teddy not in a great spot with a 2-1 count, a hitter's count here. And that ball goes all the way to the back. And Teddy with a 3-1 count now. And there's a shot through the left side. Will be deep throw, not going to get him. Good stop back up though by Connor to keep the runner at first, and the runner does score. So your West Texans put one on the board. That earned run will be charged to Teddy, and only one down with that runner at first. And that ball's left high. Teddy just needs to be thinking about bringing his chest down to his glove. When he doesn't do that, everything stays high, like that pitch. Strike 1 and a swing and a miss. 1-1 count now to number 3. Small lead over at first. Teddy with a nice breaking pitch there. A lot of spin on that. Strike 2, 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the next pitch. Swing and a miss. Nice snag by Mason behind the plate. That's what he does so well on that spinner. There's a strikeout now. 2 down. 1 at first and 1 across for the Sevens in this inning. See if we can get a ground ball to short maybe for the force at second. Teddy comes set. There's a slider low and away. 68 doesn't go looking for it. And the next pitch. There's a beautiful strike right there. Mason moving out of the way of that one. Looked like it maybe had a little bit more heat on it than Teddy has been bringing. My pocket radar couldn't tell you. And 1-1 pitch. Little curveball. That was 54. So 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Teddy's throwing a fastball, throwing the slider, and throwing the curve. Let's see if they come back. I'd love to see the fastball here, but my guess is they throw a little bit with a little bit of spin. No, it's a fastball. Right to Jabrell, who gets down on it. Gosh, I love him over at first. And gets 3 unassisted. So 1 across for the Sevens. They do a good job of converting on some back-to-back base hits and some good base running. But your Jackrabbits still in command as we finish the first inning here, 8-1. And I'll come off mute rather than just talk to myself. Aaron steps in now in the top of the second and swings and misses at a pitch just roughly at the altitude of a small jet. So he's never going to catch up with that one. And the next pitch. Oh, that one he catches up with and hits the right field. That one's going to drop, and that'll be a nice single for Aaron to get a leadoff runner on. And the ball gets away, but the the shortstop's going to pick it up right by second base. So Aaron's going to have to stay rooted to first. And Gianni will step in now with the... And that ball will be high. Good discipline by Gianni there. Brian in the on-deck circle. Gianni's got the Rawlings icon, that mint green one. And we get a foul ball. So Aaron will have to return to first on that. So Gianni decided way too late to swing at that one. No balls, 2 strikes now. So Gianni no longer having the luxury to sit on any pitch he wants. He's going to swing at one that's in the zone. This one is. That one he does, and that one's in the right center. And that ball is 1 hop, 2 hop, 3 hop to the fence out there. We're going to have Gianni at second. Actually, we might have Gianni at third. Oh, they're going to send him. They're going to send him an infield the park home run. 2-run homer for Gianni on a shot into right center. 3 hops to the wall, probably about 350, 360 out there. And he just outran that. So 2 runs across now for your Jackrabbits. They go up to 10-1. Brian will step in with the bases empty and Jabril in the on-deck circle. So Brian now needs to act like a leadoff hitter versus inheriting a couple runners on. Think about just getting them over. His job is to get on. That is the most important thing. And he is ready. He didn't even step out. He's got the blue high fire. Oh, wow, that ball. That was too close for comfort as that ball from the other field comes onto ours. And we're all going to take a break. Ball's retrieved. Will be returned to the other field. And we go to a 1-0 count to Brian. Nobody on. From the windup, number 5's pitch. Swing and a miss. 55. Had some nice arm side run. And Brian nowhere near that pitch. With that 1-1 count, he's going to wait for the pitch from the windup. And it's going to be low and away. And we're going to, that was, I think, the ball from the other field that's being returned. All kinds of instructions being barked by Coach Hunter. And almost to perfect execution there. Just gets underneath it. And we now have 2 balls and a strike. Oh, and another ball on the field. Apparently they think we're playing cricket. But we're playing baseball on this side of the pond. The ball's got to stay between the white lines, folks. And 2 balls, 2 strikes says blue. And Brian swings the pitch inside and near his chin and fouls it way off down the left. And Teddy was over to get stretched by Aaron's mom, Katie. Looks like they were working on his left leg, so I'll have to go check in on that. As is now, 2-2 count to Brian. And he takes that one off the front hip like a real man. And that 54-mile-an-hour bruise will get him first base. So Jabril now is going to be smart, hopefully. Yeah. Oh, last season? I don't know. Wasn't it something like 1,300? Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Last season Johnny would have had like a 350 batting average on hit by pitches alone. So, no, he had like I want to say something like 35, 40 hit by pitches. Yeah, he averaged like 1 every game and a half. So like 3 games he gave hit by pitch twice. Oh, stroked through the left side. In fact, maybe hit too hard. We're going to have to keep Brian at third. But Jabril with a beautiful hard hit ball through the left side gets him over to first. and your Jackrabbits continue to put base runners on. I should point out West Texas Sevens here were victorious in their early morning game. They came all the way up from, West Texas, obviously, to play this weekend. We appreciate them coming up and joining us. We had a good time when we went down to Amarillo and played in the tournament they were in, and hopefully they'll have an enjoyable time here as well. That ball's inside, and Jabrell will take second on defensive indifference. Oh, someone kind of moved my camera over there. So now we've got two runners in scoring position, Adrian in. Adrian, I believe, had a base on balls in his first at bat in the first inning. And number 5 coming awfully close to not pausing. Well, I guess he can go from the windup now if he wishes, because you can do that when you're not worried about people stealing. But and a little shot. Oh no, we could have trouble at second. And Jabrell back in time before the second baseman gets there. So off the hands, a little bloop to first base, who makes a nice grab on it, and then Jabrell back to second. So Connor's in now. Mason A in the on-deck circle. Again, as I've mentioned, Connor struggles with slow pitchers because it's see ball, hit ball, and when slower pitchers, it's see ball, wait, hit, pitch. And it's the waiting that's so hard. With the first pitch fouled off, he's got an 0-1 count. And that ball's in the dirt, ball 2. Or ball 1, excuse me, ball 1. And 2 runners in scoring position for Connor. If you can put that soldier tank bat to work here. And misses. That ball goes beyond the third baseman on the back pick attempt. Jabrell comes over, and Brian will touch the plate. So that puts us up 10 runs now at an 11-1 score. And Connor has 1 ball, 2 strikes. He's up as far in the box as he can be to try to shorten that time between see ball and hit ball. And swing and a miss. Ball's dropped, but Connor gives himself up again. And he goes down on a second strikeout of the morning. Yeah, he should have run to first. Yeah. But he gave himself up, so called him out. Right, when he got out of the base paths. But he should have run. Mason A steps in now. And he had a bloop single. It scored 2 last time. And he's stepping towards third, so not helping him. Brody. And Brody, who had the 2-run RBI single last at bat, is in the on-deck circle. So really it's been the bottom of the order that's carried the weight of driving runs in. And there's a throw down to third. And he dropped the ball. So he was out, but then the dropped ball means that Jabrell is in safely. So I think that was a call there to actually try to draw the back pick. And we score. I don't know what the we're tempting there. I'm not sure. But the catcher would have been better served just to run the runner back. That's why you play the game, you learn these things. So now base is empty for Mason A, who is sitting on a 1 ball, 1 strike count. We just got to do what he did last time. Put the bat on the ball. And there's a strike on the outside corner. So he's still stepping towards third, which is going to steal all of his strength, which is why the last time he just kind of blooped that ball over the infield. And it's going to hit everything to the right side. So let's see what we get on the 1-2 pitch here. Oh, he gets underneath that one. And it's going to drop, I think. Mason A is going to go 2 for 2 on the day with a nice stroke into left center field. He's going to take a wide berth at first. So Mason Not only is he back behind the plate like a man of courage, but also 2 for 2 in the box, and proved me wrong because he stayed in on that pitch and hit it nicely into left center field. Brody, 13U player who got the call up today, showing himself well with a 2-run single last time. Ended up on second on the throw. And that ball is away. Ball 1. So 2 outs now. And then Ty is in the on-deck circle. Oh, there's another stroke right to the third baseman, though. He picks it up nicely. Throws to first, but the throw is way offline and actually goes out of play. There's an open fence over there. No, that's the bullpen. And so everybody's going to get a free base. In fact, Mason is going to get a chance to motor on in here. And we're going to get, for the second time today, Brody out at second. He's done nothing but hit. I don't know, maybe some of our 14U boys should get nervous. We appear to be having an entire team conference on the mound. And Coach asking them to have a little bit more spirit and heart right now. Not liking the collapse that he's seeing. We have been on the other side of that. See also our previous game, that championship game where we did not have any heart or any spirit. So I feel for the Sevens right now. So Ty will step in. Ty now. And throw to third? No, there's no throw to third. The ball got away from the catcher, excuse me. So now we get Brody over at third. Ty in the box with a 1-ball count. Swing and a miss. Nice 56-mile-an-hour fastball there from number 5. It had a little arm side run too on it, so not just on a rail, but a little movement. Teddy in the on-deck circle. Nice strike there on the outside corner. So some movement around the zone from number 5 here. First inside, then outside. Both of his fastballs have an arm side run. So boys got to be aware of that. Strike 3 at the letters. And that's the third out of the inning. Jackrabbits are able to plate 4 more, I believe. Is that right? 3 more maybe? And we will go to the bottom of the second, excuse me, with a 13-1 lead. The game's about an hour old, so we got about 45 minutes left. That means roughly an inning, maybe 2 innings left.
Get chest down, get hand down. Nice try, good try. If I hear one of those low, I'm going to come stomp them off. You understand? Antonio, never mind. Don't worry about it, bud. Don't worry about it. Hey, Antonio, you want Dassos?
No, keep whistling.
Here it comes. Here it comes.
Keep whistling. Mia, come get one.
Hey, Mom, did you give Brody a hit?
No, probably not. I don't remember.
No, that's
Okay, I got a little injury report on Teddy. Left hamstring string quite tight. You could, quote, bounce a quarter off of it. Aaron's mom, Katie, did some work on it. Our little massage gun is here for the team, does not have a charge, so that's unfortunate. And therefore he doesn't have the ability to kind of self-stretch or whatever. Katie just did that work for him, and but it's the landing leg, it's the left leg. Explains why he's coming a little high. Swing and a miss. Strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike now.
Infield, hot step.
The infield looking really dead. Good catch by some of our parents. Teddy's pitch sails way inside for ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike now. Swing and a miss. That was 62. So not a lot of juice out of Teddy when he can't really push because his landing leg is hurting him. He's going to have to rely on movement here and his defense, as we've already seen. And Teddy's 2-2 pitch comes inside. Does not hit 6. I thought I might have heard a sound. It does not. And payoff pitch. Right down the middle, 62, strike 3. So Teddy gets the strikeout.
All right, Ryan, get us going, bud. Come on now. We need you. A lot of free grass out there. Go, right.
And first pitch here with 1 down. Right on the outside corner, 61. So Teddy taking a bunch off. And
Come on, we ready, infield.
that ball's obviously the backstop. Mason throws it back to him. Oh, I didn't do the defensive alignments. I need to do that, don't I? Let me pull that up here. And we're going to get a defensive change. Mason coming out. This could be because we may have Mason pitch with Teddy with the bad hammy. And the next pitch in the dirt goes off the ump's left leg. And a lot of conversations with Mason, reminding him he's got to take that pitch, cannot let it hit the umpire. Next pitch, also in the dirt.
Hey, make it easy, Teddy.
Now we go 3-1, so Teddy has to make the pitch here. Base on balls are not good. And there's a strike. So we go full now, 3-2.
Hey, let's go get him, Teddy, right here. Make it easy.
Teddy's 30th pitch of the morning forthcoming. We have Jabrell and Brian back on the right side. Swing and a miss, nice. 2-second strikeout of the inning. And you're going to see Gianni and Adrian grab that ball as it whips around. In the outfield, we have Ty in right, Mason in center. Oh, wait, so that wasn't Mason coming out. I don't know who that was. And then we have Brody in left. So 2 down. Number 9 steps in. Golden locks flowing out from underneath the helmet, swinging the Rawlings icon, choked up. And Teddy may have trouble here, much smaller strike zone than he's used to.
Hey, make it easy, Teddy.
Starting to really cloud up here. The temperature falling. Nice 61-mile-an-hour pitch at the letters.
You got it, bud. Come on now.
Number 9 back in the box. Number 7 on the mound comes set and misses wildly with whatever pitch that was. And I can't see if anybody's warming up in the bullpen for us. Teddy comes set. There's one. Oh yeah, there we go. Strike. Late strike call, but we got one. So 2-2 count now.
Let's go, bud. You got it. Come on now.
Teddy comes set before number 9's even in the box. Strike 3 on a break curveball. So 3 strikeouts ends the threat here in the first. And with that, the Jackrabbits will put their helmets on, grab their sticks. I believe Teddy's going to lead us off, and we'll see how we go from there.
Hey, remember, we won out in 3. We need more runs right now. Let's go. Let's go, let's go. Check forward, check forward, check forward.
Yes, heck yeah. I know from like old school days. I never didn't know how to do some. I'm like, what? And I'm like, come on. Plus our coaches. So I try to find it. You're fine, bud. They can yell at us, but they can't yell at little kids. I'm like, oh, what's called? You guys have my morning stuff. I know, right? I'm sure it's so relevant.
Hey, new catch. New catch.
Helmet and gloves ready for him.
New catch. Watch arm when he goes. I better not hear one sucker. Is this all Aaron? You blow again and he won't pitch. Hey, give me another. Adrian, get your glove. I need you to warm up some pitches. Ty can warm up. You gotta give me $5. $5 if you don't hit a line drive.
Teddy steps in here in the bottom of the inning. And he hits a hot shot right to the shortstop, goes right between his legs, and Teddy will reach on the air. So first batter on is a good sign for your Jackrabbits to keep the pressure on. And Mason will step in. I don't know if we're playing station to station at this point. We are in the second. It's 20 runs after 2, so that would be unlikely. And Teddy is off. There's a nice strike and a throw down. The ball sails towards the second baseman side of the bag, and Teddy's in standing up. Mason's 0 for 1 on the day. I believe he has scored twice. I think he reached on an error. There's a little shot through the right side. It's going to be a little seeing eye ground ball, and they're going to send Teddy. And the right fielder throws the ball into his cutoff man while Teddy scores. So 14th run of the game on a nice conversion of the error there to give us the run on a little squib seeing eye single through the right side for Mason. He goes 1 for 2 on the day. Aaron steps in. He's already 1 for 1 and drawn a walk. And that ball is, the catcher's got a good arm, but always has a second base side run. So Mason getting instructed that he should have gotten down there. And a little run back there to second. And the next pitch is stroked into center. That ball is going to drop nicely. And we should have a run here. No play at the plate as the ball gets past catcher. Now we're going to get a little greedy, but again, the throw ricochets off some gloves into the outfield, and Aaron with a single and gets the second on the throw. So Gianni steps in, Brian the on-deck circle. Actually don't know USSSA rules. They're not the same as Cabo. This is the USSSA tournament. There may not be a 20 after 2. And Gianni hits a little squibber to third. He picks it up and throws it to first. And they get him. And on the throw, Aaron does get to third. So good heads-up play by Aaron. Good play by the third baseman to get Gianni. So good job. One down. Good baseball all around, honestly, on that one. Good pitch, good swing, good play by the defense, and good base running by Aaron. So Brian steps in now. Jabril in the on-deck circle. That ball's in the dirt. Comes off the glove, off the ump. Aaron's going to stay on the bag. And it looks like we might have some activity in the Sevens bullpen. We're up to 57 pitches for number 5 there on the bump. And that is a stroke into left center. We had the infield, the infield the park home run last time. Let's see if they're going to have it there. They're going to hold him at 2 on this one. Gianni almost trying to pull a groin muscle there. He could have rounded. It wasn't that close. And that's an RBI double for him. Your Jackrabbits up 16-1. Now we've got a 15-run lead. We like to see that. We're going to get a timeout from the Sevens coach. And I suspect a new pitcher as we get right up on 60 pitches for number 5, who has handled himself well out there. He did what was asked when he came in the first to get some quick outs. But your Jackrabbits have had his number here, putting good aluminum on the ball. So we'll see what defensive changes we have for the Sevens. And Jabril will step in, and then Adrian will be in the on-deck circle.
Brody. I know. Hey, you want to be a good base runner? Figure out his rhythm. Look how many times he looks at second or anything. Figure it out.
And now with number 68 on the bump, we will begin play again. Gianni, as you remember, is out at second with that crushing double. Jabril now will step in, and Adrian in the on-deck circle.
Here we go, Blue.
And the first pitch is a shot through the right side. Takes a crazy bounce. I think it was going through anyway, but certainly once it took a crazy bounce, it was there. And Brian, sorry, that was Brian out at second. That wasn't Gianni. We already put him through. So that's the 17th run of the morning for your Jackrabbits. They are running around the bases like their namesake. And we got Jabril over at first. Adrian stepping in, and then Connor in the on-deck circle. We'll see if we can get a reading and a step off and throw over. And Jabril back in time. Catcher calling for both of his corners to come in on a bunt here from Adrian, which is confusing the first baseman who needs to stay home and hold the runner in. By doing that, he allows the runner to take an even bigger lead. Now we're getting clarity from the coach. First baseman to stay on the bag and hold Jabril closer. Nice throw over, but Jabril back in time.
Keep working them. Keep working them.
Jabril with a good-sized lead over there. Pitcher comes set. Slide step. Throw is going to go into center. Nope, it's not going to go quite that far, but second baseman's going to grab it. And Jabril safely out there.
Here we go, Adrian. Bring them in, kid.
Adrian now with a chance to drive in Jabril since he's in scoring position with only one down. And 68 with a long pause before he throws that one high for ball two. And nice swing by Adrian. Ooh, that ball goes into a crowd. Thankfully, doesn't appear to have hit anybody. So we'll take that. And 2 balls, 1 strike now. Coming to Adrian. And that 55-mile-an-hour spinner for ball 3.
You got protected, Adrian.
Or maybe I got the count wrong. Someone just said you got to protect. And the ball's high. Now we go full. So I was off a little bit there. I apologize. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Protected, Adrian. Got him.
And the next pitch in the dirt gets away. So we will have Jabril going to third on the wild pitch. And on the base on balls, Adrian takes first.
Know the situation, Connor.
Mr. C-ball, hit ball stepping in now. Again, pitchers in the 50-mile, high 50s. Not the greatest for Connor. He's got to adjust here. He didn't move up in the box this time, so let's see if he's trying to mess with his own timing. And he takes, and we'll have a runner out to second on defensive indifference.
Rush it, Connor. See it long. You see it back. See it off the tee.
And the 1-strike pitch on its way. Connor's going to take that one 54 spinner high. I think 68 has a curveball in there. He just hasn't been able to execute it here at this altitude. He probably can spin it just fine back home in West Texas, where it's still got a nice high altitude, but it's not, you know, almost 6,000 feet above sea level.
Come on, Adrian, we need a big secondary, kid.
So Connor now can sit on a fastball here and swing away. That one floats in high though.
Here we go, Connor. Here we go, buddy. Coming to you, kid.
3-1 here. I kind of hope just Connor takes it.
Hit it hard.
But if it's right down Broadway, you gotta swing, right? It's not, and he'll take first. First time Connor's reached base today, and that will give us sacks full of jacks. Mason, who is 2 for 2 on the day, with a stroke to left center and then a bloop single to right. Another one of those scores 2, which would be very nice indeed. This game now coming on about an hour 20 long. And there was a nice pitch, 53. Mason was bailing on that. If there's anybody that Mason should not be bailing on, it'd be a pitcher of this speed and who also is not throwing the ball inside. Remember, he's still got that broken left hand that gives him a little bit of fear. And a little something at the second. He'll get him safe, and they will have the run home. Ooh, and so on a little squibbler, the fielder's choice, Mason is going to reach first and drive in 2 more.
Brody, do what you been doing.
So Brody here has a chance, well, if we're playing 20 run, he has the chance to be the hero if he can drive in Mason A, if my math is correct. But again, I don't know in USSSA if that's true, if it's 20 after 2, like it is with Cava.
Get there.
And everybody's going to move up. That'll help a lot. And Connor over at third.
Yeah, Brody.
Trailing him out to second is Mason A. All righty. And pitcher's on the bump. He's coming set. His 1-0 pitch. It's going to go off the dirt, make it ball 2. In the on-deck circle is Ty. And the pitch. Oh, a little squibbler again through the left side. And a good heads-up play by Mason just to stay at second. And that ball on the infield hit, we're going to have Brody get to first, and he picks up another RBI. So Brody with 3 RBIs on the day. And so Ty will step in now. Ty 1 for 2 on the day. That pitch is high and away. Make sure you like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. Reminder, we will be back at roughly 2 o'clock. And we take ball 2 there. And next pitch. Off the dirt. Oh, we got a late jump. It's going to be close. And Brody not with the strongest of slides, but it doesn't matter. He's in safely. We'll work on that a little bit so that he doesn't hurt himself in the future. Ty's taken all the way. That one comes in at 48 down the middle. And the pitch will be away. We'll have sacks full of jacks now. And Teddy will step in. It does look like we are going to play 3 innings, it looks like. The USSSA, I just found it, does not have a 20 after 2. It's 15 after 3. So only 1 down here. Sacks full of jacks, and Teddy will step in. Teddy's a pretty aware ball player, so. All right, Teddy steps in with the sacks full of jacks. There's only 1 down, fresh count, new pitcher. Let's see what he gets here. And he's swing and a miss. He was swinging for a home run, pulled his head, pulled everything there. He wants to be Gianni. There's only room on this team for 1 Gianni. Teddy needs to be Teddy. A good double in the alley, maybe. 63 on the outside corner for strike. So Teddy now with an 0-2 count. Number 10 throwing strikes here. And Teddy fouls that one off the left side and out of play. In the on-deck circle is Mason. Teddy goes after a high one, but it may end up dropping. Nope, left fielder grabs it. We do have a tag at third and no play at home. So Teddy will get credit for a sacrifice fly. Drives in the 21st run of the morning for your Jackrabbits. That's the second out of the inning. Runners tie still at first and Brody at second. 13U represent. All right, 2 down. Mason's in, Aaron in the on-deck circle, and number 10 throwing strikes from the mound. That one's 61, but high. A little off the end of the bat. Nice play by the pitcher to catch that up. So number 10 comes in, immediately gets 2 straight outs, ends the threats. Your Jackrabbits are up 21-1, and we will go to the top of the third. Teddy should be back on the mound, I believe, but we'll see, and we'll see what other defensive changes we have here.
Time. Love.
Oh, how much of that did you miss? We have Aaron on the mound, so Teddy's day is done after 2 innings, but he is going to go to center. And then I think defensively around the infield, we've got Jabrell at first, Brian at second, Mason now at short, and Gianni at third. As I mentioned, Teddy in center. Who is that in left? That's Ty in left? Oh, 13U Ty is catching? Look at that. Step up, man, when coach calls on you. So who do we have in left then? Brody in left. All right, and then in right we got Connor. And it looks like number 8 will be stepping in for the Sevens, West Texas Sevens, when all of our warm-ups are done here. So again, if you check that notification bell, once you subscribe, you're going to have to affirmatively go in there and turn that on. You'll get a push notification on your phone, TV, or laptop that we are live. Again, the next game is supposed to be at 2. The last game finished early. This has the potential to finish early, so say it ain't so, boss. We might have a chance to start our 2 o'clock game early, which never happens on Sunday round-robin play. And Aaron's first pitch here will be high, ball 1. And that next pitch, away, ball 2. Okay, Aaron getting some on-field coaching from Coach Hunter for the next pitch. And tails away from the lefty for ball 3. So next pitch is going to hit number 8. He's going to take that 59-mile-an-hour bruise off the right knee, it looked like, and we'll take first base. We're going to get a timeout here. And while we check on his health, he also looks like he's taken off his arm and shin guards. The irony, all guarded up and nowhere to go when that pitch came in and hit him in the knee. Number 11 will step in now for the Sevens. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Runner at first is hanging very close. Got just a small lead over there. Aaron checks on him anyway. Swing and a miss, 54 there. I don't trust my gun though. It's not been very, it showed 102 mile an hour return pitch. From Ty behind the plate. Or that's 13U Ty, not a normal Ty. There's a curve. That ball gets all the way to the backstop. Runner does not go.
Back to here, bud. Let's go, Aaron. Hit that glove.
And Aaron's pitch. Nice curve. Oh, nice grab by Ty behind the plate. Actually snakes out of the glove, and he grabbed it with his bare hand. Oh, sorry, you missed that pitch. but trust me, it was a good one. Sorry, I'm also checking in on my daughter who is testing for brown belt in karate today, and she's apparently been crushing it, but it is board breaking up next, and a thing that she's good at but gets nervous, because honestly, someone telling you to kick through a piece of wood is kind of nerve-wracking. On that wild pitch, the runner takes second. So one down, runner out at second. Next pitch. Here's a little shot out to, through the glove of, or through the legs of the Dyson. Usually that is, that is like as guaranteed of an out as there is. And coach having a conversation, I don't know with his infield or what's going on, but he's marching out as if he is quite displeased. And Brian now has a little bit of work to do to get back in coach's good graces. That is so uncommon for him. So runners now at first and third for the Texans, the Sevens, and only one down. What should have been an easy second out now puts the Jackrabbits in a bit of a bind. They've got to bounce back here. And this is one of the things that we have not shown a lot of resilience this season. When we're up, and when we're down. Reversing that trend is going to be tricky. The one thing I would say is that the Jackrabbits, many of them went to the Rockies game last night, and the Rockies went up, and then they lost the lead, and they came back and won. So I don't expect us to lose the lead. That would be quite shocking, but bouncing back here in this inning and showing some resilience rather than just giving up a bunch of runs is the question. And that ball is hit out to right center, and that Connor does not get it. That ball drops. One run in, and they'll have runners on the corners again as Brian runs the ball in. So good stroke by number 7 there into the right center. Teddy and Connor are having a conversation about maybe the path that was chosen to go after that ball. So Teddy's now moving back towards center, but everybody's shading towards that right center. And that ball is swung and fouled straight back for strike one. Yeah, so coach really getting on the boys. They've got to respond here. They've now, Texans, Sevens have put a run across. They've only got one down. They got runner in scoring position. Our boys looking flat. And there's a ground ball to Gianni. He's going to have to eat it, and he throws that ball over to first, and they will get the out, but they do give up a run. So a second run across for the Sevens this inning, third of the day, and the runner, because he was going, will be safe out at second. There was no play there. So wise play by Gianni to just get the out. And my daughter broke a board. There we go. Proud of my little girl. Not so little anymore as a rising 6th grader. And there's a shot right up the middle. And Mason picks it up and throws it to first. And they get it. So they do stop the rally with that third out. But the Sevens score 2. And the Jackrabbits now will line up. It looks like we're just going to call this game. Oh, I guess it is the third. We don't need to bat because we're up by 15. We're actually up by 18. So Jackrabbits are able to win this first game of the afternoon. We'll be back here at 2, but I think we'll actually probably be early. So make sure that you subscribe and hit that notification bell. With that, on behalf of Jackrabbits Broadcasting, I'm going to say Vamos Liebres, and we will see you in a couple of hours. Have a good afternoon, or a good rest of your morning, everybody.